So we're delighted to announce that Mercury13 have taken a majority share of Bristol City Women.
Mercury13 is a women's multi-club ownership group dedicated to women's football clubs around Europe. It was founded over 2 years ago now by Marion Victoire. We are proud to announce that Bristol City will be our second club in the group. We have our first in FC Como Women, which is currently playing in the first division in Italy.
So we think women's football has tremendous potential, but that to unlock that potential, you need dedicated capital, dedicated management, and time. So when we first founded the business, we saw this void or this blank space that, with very rare exceptions, there weren't vehicles that were truly just focused on this one side of the sport, on the women's side. And we wanted to be what we thought was missing in the market. So we built this vehicle that only does one thing, and we aspire to do it really well, which is everything that we can to unlock the full potential of women's football.
I really believe this is a really pivotal moment for the club. In order to move women's football forward, we need that level of expertise, that level of investment, but also that focus on women's football first. I think this is a great moment for our club and our supporters and everyone involved at the club.
Why Bristol City Women is a question that I think we've all been long waiting to answer. It has everything that we look for in a club when we seek an investment in a new market. The UK is one of our most important markets strategically. The WSL is evolving at an incredible pace.
English football, or entering the English football pyramid, has always been a priority for us. We've never shied away from that. It is no secret that it is one of the contenders for being arguably the world's most dominant league. It's definitely one of two. So it was a very central market for us and one that we wanted to participate in. In terms of Bristol City Women, I think it's a club that checks off every box that we look for. It has an incredible academy, an incredible training center, an incredible stadium, a very, very rich heritage of performance, and most importantly, a very strong community that has embraced it for many, many years. To us, then, the cherry on top is that the partnership and the people who we're getting into business with that have done a fantastic job building this club to where it is today. It honestly checked every single box that we care about, so it was a little bit of a no-brainer.
I'm really, really excited to be a part of the next chapter for this football club. This football club has had a great history over the last 20 odd years. It's been brilliantly supported. There's great foundations in place, and I think that was why this club was probably chosen by Mercury13. So delighted to be working with Mercury13 and really excited to see what the future is going to hold for us all.
Yeah, Mercury13, the investment coming into Bristol City, I think it's massive. It's one of the main reasons probably why I chose Bristol City as a football club, because I felt that this investment coming into the team is exciting. It's, making a stand, and they want to put Bristol City back at the top where they should be.
We believe this club belongs in the top flight, and we see no reason they shouldn't be playing top flight football. So our ambition is unequivocally to take the team back to the WSL. As to when and how that happens, you leave that to football, and we understand that football is football, and sometimes the road there can be long, sometimes it can be short. So we don't have an expectation of when it will happen, but we definitely need to be pushing for it every year, because this club has the quality and this team has the quality needed to get back there.
I think Mercury13's involvement and investment in Bristol City will positively impact the work we do day to day, month to month, season to season. I think their investment from a financial point of view will, of course, help us with signings, but it will also help grow what we're trying to do here off the pitch. We have an exciting strategy. We know where we want to be. We have good plans in terms of how we want to get there. We know that this is a journey. We know that you can't just throw a load of money at a transfer window and recruit players and go and win a league. It isn't that easy, and it's not that simple. So I'm really excited to work with them. They are experts in what they do. They really care about this football club. They want us to be successful, and I think their expertise, their investment and their support on and off the pitch will really help drive us to where we want to get to.
Having been at Bristol City for such a long period of time, I feel Bristol City have consistently overperformed. I think with another boost in investment, I heard the phrase sleeping giant, and I think that's completely accurate. I think Bristol City has so much potential to be a big, big club, and getting this investment at this point with the growth of the game how it is going to be absolutely massive for the women. Yeah,
this is a massive moment for Bristol City supporters. The the plans that Mercury13 have to grow the club and to invest in the club are really exciting. And we've got a very bright future ahead of us as Bristol City Women for our supporters to get excited about.
We really think of ourselves in every investment that we make as stewards of the club. So the first answer is we treat our involvement with tremendous respect to what's there. So we'll never change things for the sake of changing them. That said, women's football is evolving very quickly. So if you don't change things, it means you're not growing with the game. So things will absolutely change. It's our goal to make sure that every single change is for the better. But in terms of honoring and respecting what's there, it's always our first priority and our first thought. So especially when it comes to this club, we feel that we're building on a very strong foundation that we want to take even higher, but always in a direction of improving what's already there.
In terms of the pillars that we saw, so the community of Bristol City is great, the fandom, its supporters, the fact that you have the Robbins Foundation, to us is something that's of huge appeal. The progressive nature of the club, Ashton Gate as a multi-use venue, the number of events that are put on there, the potential to develop and evolve the match day experience for fans of the women's game is something that we feel is truly unique.
There's a big commitment from Mercury13 to invest in the academy, which is really important to us. But also in terms of investing in our community and working with our community to grow our supporter base and to grow the club going forward. And that's really important to us in terms of when we're looking to choose a partner that they shared our values.
The relationship with the Lansdowne family has been great. We're very, very honored that they've seen in us worthy stewards of this club, and we really take that commitment to them and to the Bristol community very seriously. So we think partnering with them is a very attractive part of why we picked this club, and we think that together and in close collaboration we can achieve some really wonderful things for this team.
Yeah, this investment I think is massive long term. It's not just about this season, it's about the future, and they're already talking about the next 3, 4, 5 years, which is really exciting. It's not just the short term plan, which of course you need, but you need a long sustainable programme for this football club.
Give us time. We are on a journey. We are dedicated to taking our time to ensure that we develop and evolve the match day experience that the fans want, that the players want, and that those watching from home want as well. I think, we are very keen to build on the heritage and legacy of this club and its successes to date and everything that Ashton Gate has done in terms of a match day experience. So we are really excited to get going. We pride ourselves in being specialists in women's football. We have a strategy that we are working on to deploy and roll out. And I think, you're not going to see everything in our first season of ownership, but this is a long-term play for Mercury13, and we are really excited to get going.